Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We've got a really exciting video for you today because I want to get you to be able to run 3 or sub 3 hours in the marathon. I've managed to do this quite a few times now, but my times do range from 4 hours 50 right down to 2:25. So I've been there, I've seen it, I've tried a lot of things and I've put them into this video for the best way to get you to break that sub 3. So yeah, without further ado, grab a pen, grab a bit of paper, get ready to make some notes and let's get stuck into this. Right, let's go. Right, so we're going to split this video up into 5 different sections so you can move around at the bottom of the screen if you want to. So first we're going to talk about all the training you need to be doing, then we're going to move on to recovery, we're going to talk about cross training, then we're going to talk about kit and shoes, and then finally a little bit of AOBs and quick fire pointers at the end. Right, let's get stuck in to talking about the training. Right, let's have a chat about the weekly training you're going to need to be doing. So first things first, you've got a few options here. Obviously you can do everything yourself, or you can get a dedicated plan. Now, coincidentally, we sell those on the website, benparks.com, so if you want a dedicated sub 3 hour marathon plan with the structure that you need to do it, then check out the website. Now, in any decent plan out there, you're going to have a few different types of runs to get through. One of the most important things is some speed workouts. I'm going to put those up on the screen here, the 3 key speed workouts that I think are really important for marathon training. On top of that, you've got the long run, probably the most important part of training for a marathon. So that might be anything up to around about 23 miles or 37k for your longest run. Now, I think it's really important in this to add in some marathon pace blocks into your run as well. Another alternative to do is a fast finish long run. So it might be around about sort of 15-16 miles at easy pace and then kick in to that marathon pace at the end. Every couple of weeks you might like to add a different session, an extra session in there. So that could be something like a progression run, some hill reps, or a tempo run as well. About a 20 to 25 minute tempo run as well. Now, you might have noticed I'm talking about lots of different paces here. If you do want a dedicated pace chart, we have made one that has got recommended paces for all your different types of run. It's linked down below. Go to the website, completely free download. In terms of volume overall, you're talking around about 50 to 60 miles a week is what you're going to be needing to achieve. So around about 80 to 100 kilometers. And that's really going to mean around about 5 to 6 days a week being out there running and getting it done, and then having a dedicated rest day in there as well. And then every 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say you need a recovery week in there. So when we can drop your mileage right back down, all easy running that week, and let your legs recover. And that is when your body will adapt to all of the training that you're doing and you'll be able to move forward. Right, let's move on to chatting about recovery a little bit more. Right, let's move on to chat about recovery. This is just as important as all the training you'll be doing, because if you don't recover, you're going to break down and potentially get injured. So I've got some top tips here that how I get through my recovery. The first one is I'd really recommend having something within 30 minutes of finishing a run. Now, conveniently, there's a lot of sort of recovery shakes and things out there. If you want to use those, that's fine, or you can make your own shake with some nuts and some fruits and have that in as soon as you get in. The most important part of recovery is sleep. The more hours you can get, the better your body is going to repair itself and adapt to the training that you're putting through it. To have a real key focus of at least sort of 8, 9 plus hours if you possibly can. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but the more you can focus on it, the better you'll be able to hit your training the next day. In terms of some tools and things to help you, there's all sorts of massage rollers, sort of massage guns as well. I'll put some tools that we use up on the screen now. Again, these things will help you with that day-to-day maintenance, but it's not a get out of jail free card. Yeah, I like to use my Theragun massage gun. I've got a Normatec system for my legs and some roll recovery massage rollers as well. They are great and they will help you day to day, but what I'd recommend more than anything is getting a sports massage every 3 to 4 weeks, as much as you can afford. For me, this is the most important part of my recovery, and having a person going through your body looking for little bits and pieces is better than any tech can give you. Right, moving on to cross training. Now, I must admit, when I first broke 3 hours in the marathon, I didn't do any cross training. That was because I was in a high pressure job at the time and I just literally had no time. But as my times have improved through my running and my times have got a lot better, I have been incorporating cross training. So if you've got time, I'd really recommend trying to get some in. So what do I mean by cross training? I mean things like going for a swim, going for a cycle, that might be Zwift indoors or outside on your bike. Putting those into your routine, I really think would be fantastic, but I wouldn't sacrifice any of the running that is on your plan. These are additional things that will help with the recovery and just help you get through your training a little bit better. What I would recommend also is doing some strength work. Now, some people will love going to the gym and doing things like your squats, your lunges, your planks, bridges, things like that are going to be really good. If you want to use weights for that as well, that's going to help as well with your training. Or a lot of these things you can just get by with doing them at home, buying some resistance bands, just using the tools available to you at home. Again, sort of 10, 15, 20 minutes a couple of times a week will see you through. Also, you might like to look at doing things like yoga. Yoga with Adriene on YouTube is a fantastic channel. You've got some dedicated videos there for runners, and it's completely free, as all videos here are on YouTube. Or if you want to go to some dedicated yoga or Pilates classes, that's great, and it will help not only with your running and recovery, but also a little bit of mindset. We all need a bit of mindfulness with our yoga as well. Right guys, if you're enjoying this video, please smash that like button and subscribe down below if you're not already. We've got a great backlog of videos to help you with your running and yeah, following the journey along as we all progress and get stronger. Right, let's get back to the video. Right, moving on to shoes. A lot of runners love to spend all their hard-earned money on shoes, trainers, sneakers, wherever you are in the world. I'd say for a 3-hour marathoner, you will need at least 2 shoes in your rotation. You want to get some dedicated race and session shoes, but then also have that easy and recovery run shoe as well to do some of your bulk mileage in. Some recommendations for an easy run shoe, something like the New Balance 1080 version 10 or 11, or the Asics Nova Blast version 1 or version 2. Yeah, I've done a lot of miles in those, fantastic shoes. For a dedicated race or sort of speed session shoes, obviously you've got the Nike Vaporflies and the Alpha Flies, the New Balance Rebels, or the Saucony Endorphin Speeds or Pros, some really good carbon plated shoes out there. Try a few different things, get down to your local shop if you have that option locally to you, or look at some of the reviews here on YouTube and see what you think is going to be best. Right, any other business at the end? We've got lots to cover here. First things first is with nutrition. Now, there's no right and wrong answer with this. What I'd recommend is through your training for your marathon, you're going to have about 14, 15 long runs to get your nutrition right for race day. Try lots of different gels. We always recommend a website called xmiles.co.uk here in the UK. You can buy single gels. You don't have to buy a big box. You can buy a big wide selection. Use them on your long runs. We recommend taking one around about every 30 to 45 minutes on your long runs and come race day as well. Moving on, we're going to talk about running form, because if you can move over the ground as efficiently as possible, you're going to use less energy and be able to go that little bit faster. So when I started running, I had a look at at something called chi running. I'll link to a book down below. And yeah, have a read about chi running. There's chi running instructors all around the world that can help you move better. From there, I moved on to build a relationship with my now running coach, Shane Benzie. Again, I'll link his website down below. He's got so many resources out there. If you just want to do some work with yourself, there's 3 areas you can really improve with your form. That is doing strides after your runs, so short little bursts around about 20 seconds of 95% effort, about 4, 5, 6 of those after your easy runs with a little recovery after each one. You can do hill reps. Again, they really help with your form because you really can't run up hills with bad form. And also practicing your drills. Again, I'll link to my drills video down below. Again, just gets you used to moving in a very efficient way. If you want to do some practice races, that is really recommended. Maybe around about 6 weeks to 4 weeks out from your marathon, give yourself a go in a half marathon. You can either do this by pacing your marathon goal pace, so 4:16 a k or 6:52 a mile in your half marathon, or maybe you just want to go an all-out effort. Some good indicators that you're going to break the 3-hour marathon. Around about 1:23, 1:24 for a half marathon is a good indicator that you can run that 3-hour marathon. With all your longs runs out there, it's a good opportunity to get your kit right. Every long run is a good opportunity for a complete dress rehearsal for the day. Make sure you get some body glide and things in there to stop yourself chafing. Some plasters on those nipples for the men is very much recommended. All these little things you can tinker with, so come race day, you've done it all before, and it's just about going out there for that final celebration. And also finding a goal race that works for you is so important. Here in the UK, we've got Manchester, Yorkshire, Chester, London Marathon are some really fast and flat courses. Around the world, there are loads, obviously. Here in the UK, I'd recommend websites like letsdothis.com, find a race, or look on the 100 Marathon Club website for a whole directory of really good marathons. Spend some time with some forums, ask some people, ask me what type of races I'd recommend. And also there's companies like the Race Organizer and Run Through, which hold sort of dedicated, very fast possibilities, races around motor racing circuits or airfields and things like that. Not great on the atmosphere, but a really good PB potential. So check out those websites as well. And a final bonus tip here, the best thing you can do to run a sub 3-hour marathon is get some Ben Parks merchandise, of course. A dedicated Ben Parks running hat is going to have you looking the best out there, feeling good. It's all about feeling good about yourself and getting in that right positive mindset. We've got singlets, we've got t-shirts, we've got all sorts of stuff on the website. Most important thing is that Ben Parks hat on your head, ready to run your 3-hour marathon. Right guys, thanks very much for following along with the video. Hopefully you've got some really good tips there to help you, and I'm sure you will go out there and smash that 3-hour marathon. Let me know how you get on in the comments below, and of course please share your top tips to help all the runners out there in the community in how they're going to break their 3-hour marathon. It'd be great to catch up with you down there in the comments. Right, I'm off to get some more training done and post some more orders around the world to you lovely people. So we'll see you very soon in the next one.